Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Just bringing you a review of two new figures from Wave 4 of the 6-inch Star Wars Black Series line. These two were packed in a case of 4 with a re-release of the Boba Fett and the Stormtrooper from Wave 2 and 3. These two figures came in the mail from Big Bad Toy Store earlier in the week, so sort of try and review them both in one video, make it reasonably short and sweet, but still killing two birds with one stone. So we have figures number 12 and number 14 from the line. We're guessing that Chewbacca will be number 13, although he's been pushed back into the next wave. I think because it was the problems with him not fitting in the box, and they've had to have a rethink of how they're going to package him, and it looks like they've done it, so we'll be getting him very soon. But for now, we'll bring you the Clone Trooper. This is number 14 in the line. He is absolutely fantastic. Most of you guys probably know I've been dabbling in the Marvel Legends a bit lately, and just watching a lot of community videos and from those guys, and just absolutely blown away. And just the way they pose their figures, it's just absolutely fantastic, and has really inspired me to just start working on practicing posing my figures to get them looking just, yeah, getting some help displaying them. And it just looks so much better when they're displayed in a pose rather than just standing statically, which I've done with my 3 3/4 figures in the past. So I've been trying to bring that towards my 3 3/4 collection too, is just giving them some good posability and display options. And it's working out really well. So yeah, very impressed with this guy. Accessories he comes with, I'll show you his smaller blaster quickly. One thing that disappointed me is lack of paint detail. The mold's pretty good. Looks nice, so I'm probably going to add some details onto it myself. And then we have the blaster rifle, which I have him holding. It's another nicely molded piece, but we've had in the past, the 3 3/4 figures have had paint details with some chrome around the place. Yeah, they have slacked off a bit lately, but throughout the peak of the vintage collection, we did get some really nicely painted, detailed pieces in terms of their weapons and accessories. So a little bit disappointing that they couldn't throw that extra little bit of detail into the 6-inch line, but nevertheless, it's still a nice looking weapon. So the Clone Trooper himself is pretty good. I mean, paint details, you can't really screw up this guy because he's black and white. There is a tiny little bit of paint missing in the eyeball corner of the visor there. Just looks like it's just off a little bit. Otherwise, he's got the nice little red dot up the top there, which is light. A little bit wonky with the paint there. You can see it sort of hit that side part there, which is a little disappointing, but not a big deal. Otherwise, he's very clean. No, he's got to be because he's white. But overall, very impressed with this guy. The sculpt is nice. The articulation's amazing. Just the way they've hidden the joints on this figure is pretty good. I'd like to see some black on those sort of things, so I'll probably put some black paint on there myself just to hide those sort of studs, I guess you could call them. So I might try and do that myself. Articulation wise, he's really good. He's got the ball jointed head and the ball hinged neck, which doesn't move a lot, but it's still decent range of articulation in the neck. He's got the ball hinged shoulders, which once again don't allow for a lot of movement because of these shoulder pads, but I think I'd rather have the covered over shoulder pads than a hinge cutting into it, so I can live with that. And you still get the range of motion up and down, just not out as far as I'd like. He's got the double jointed elbows, as you can see. He's got the ball hinged wrists, so you get the swivel and the inward pivot, and then you get the up and down pivot on the other shoulder. He's got the ball hinged, ball jointed torso there. The ball hinged hips. He's got swivel in the thigh armour there. He's got the double jointed knees, which is always nice. He's got the ball hinged ankles with the rocker pivot there with the pin. He's going into the front of the foot as opposed to the bottom, so it's allowing for that side to side motion, which is great. So definitely recommend the Clone Trooper. He is just fantastic. I love it. I'm definitely going to think about getting another one. We're getting the Green Sergeant in a future wave. They announced that recently. I can't remember where. So it's going to be the same figure with different paint. So I think we all expected that. So yeah, very cool. Very happy with the Clone Trooper. Now Anakin, this is another figure that has impressed me. Didn't have high hopes. This guy does a lot better than the Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan had a few little disappointments, but they look great together. Anakin looks fantastic. That head sculpt is amazing. I think that looks really good. The paint details are clean. All over the figure, the paint's clean. Looks really good. The molding and sculpting is really good. Articulation's fantastic. He looks great with Obi-Wan. So he comes with his lightsaber, which seems a little bit cheap. It's a very soft, almost rubbery sort of plastic, which is a little disappointing, and it's not that sort of chrome finish like we've had with the Luke Skywalker figures already, but it's got a nice, vibrant, dark blue blade, which I prefer over the lighter colour that come with Obi-Wan and the Bespin Luke, so I'm glad they went back to that sort of darker blue. It looks a lot nicer. The hilt can be pegged into his belt, which is nice, which I prefer as well to the clip that the Luke Skywalker figures have had. So that fits nicely in there. And he also has a changeable head, which is great, so just pop that one off. And here we have his dark side head, which I don't think it looks as good. It looks a good head, but it doesn't look like it fits on the figure as well as the normal good light side Anakin. Tilt it forward, it looks pretty good. Once again, paint details are really clean on this one. Eyes aren't wonky. Just looks like it sits a little bit higher on his neck than the other one does. The sculpting on the hair is really nice. But he's got the soft goods under the tunic there. Or tabard, I think it's called. Some nice details on the buckles there of his glove. Which looks nice. Nice clean paint details around the belt and all his pouches and his food tubes there. The paintwork's all straight and tidy on this figure, which is nice. So yeah, I'm really happy with this Anakin. Would like to see the underside of the hair painted, because it doesn't really matter too much. You don't see it behind the neck. But another really decent figure from the 6-inch line. He has the ball jointed head and the ball hinged neck as well. He's got the ball hinged elbows, shoulders, sorry, which don't go up all the way because of his Jedi robes there. He's only got the single jointed elbows. Would have been nice to have double joints there, but it's a case of how can they hide it. He's got the ball hinged wrists as well, which is nice. Allows a little bit of movement in that ball hinged waist. A little bit, not as much as the Clone Trooper, but he's got the ball hinged hips as well, so you can get him doing those splits. He's got the thigh swivel as well. He's got the double jointed knees and the ball hinged ankles with that side rocker pivot, which is great. So you just get this guy in a lot of great poses. I'm super happy to have this figure. I can't wait to see what they come out with next. Really excited about this line. So just about does it, guys. It's been a bit over 10 minutes, so I hope you hung around long enough. Really happy with these two figures. Definitely recommend them. Anakin's a definite standout for me, and the Clone Trooper is really nice as well, despite those tiny little flaws in the paint details, but that's alright. Alright guys, stay tuned for more videos. I've got some ideas coming up, so yeah, like I said, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. So until the next time, may the Force be with you.